What is up, everyone? My name is OG Blob Blob. I am a Zeri one trick. I posted on Reddit the other day that in NA I am the top 500 Zeri, and I got a lot of love for that, and I appreciate it. But I got so many comments of people asking me, "Oh, like I have such a hard time with Zeri. What can I do to do better? What can I like? What's some tips? Like what's some things that helped you out?" So I am trying my first ever tips and tricks video. So please bear with me while I do this. It's my first time doing it, so I might make a lot of mistakes. I might not know exactly what to say or what exactly to show off, but I'm gonna do my best for you guys, and let's just hope it goes all right. So first of all, I'll show you guys my runes that I take. I have a whole different little video of that, so don't you worry about that. I'll edit that right on in here. Um, Here we're gonna look at runes that you can go. So first of all, you almost always want to go Lethal Temple. I don't see any excuse why you'd be using anything else. Into Lethal Temple, I personally like going Triumph. You can make the argument of going Overheal, but for me personally, I like to go in when I get that kill. I like getting that health back along with some extra gold. So I always go Triumph. Here you go Alacrity. The extra attack speed helps your Q out a ton, and it just does so much more for you. I usually go Coup de Grace, um, but some people do go Last Stand if you're going more tankier of a build, which can be shown as I go later into the secondary path. But for me, my common build, I go Coup de Grace. And then this is where different people do different things. So if you're going to take Last Stand here, you usually go Resolve, and then into that Resolve you go Conditioning and you go Overgrowth. And doing both of these, they will help stack your Last Stand to do more damage. And then for these bottom ones, you're always going the attack speed, you're always going the adaptive force, and you're always going the armor, unless you're facing the AP bot lane, and then you can go the MR. But for me, what I usually do is I go here, and then I go to Sorcery, and I like taking Nimbus Cloak into Celerity. Um, as for starting items, so there's a few starting items. I usually always go Dorn's Blade or Cole. They're nerfing Dorn's Shield on the next patch, so I'm not even gonna bother, talking about when it's good to do that. So if I'm facing like, let's say, a long-ranged enemies, like let's say I'm facing Caitlyn or Varus that have a lot of poke, I'm not gonna try to duel them. So most of the time I'll just take Cole in a pot. Sure, you might get poked on a little bit, but you don't have to worry about that one bit. You don't have to worry about that one bit, and you can just farm up. You don't have to worry about them, poking you out. You have your Cole, you have your advantage, you have no problem just farming and scaling. So then, I mean, the first tip, just leaving the base right now, well, just have all three, is it's kind of like Bard, where from the base you can actually get very close to your tower by just using your E. As you can see, I'm still in base. Boom, I can get it just right about there. And you can just wall glide all the way down. Just makes it a little bit easier, and then doing this little walk, it's a lot faster. And like my biggest trick for this is I always just line it up just like this. I go over. I always click on it because it's so hard to quick cast it. And I just hit it on over. Boom.
No one catches me, except for
First thing you can do.
Man,
Easy
I can't
peasy.
get anything faster.
I have my gold.
Hold on, there's an ear in the top of my name on it.
Now, build-wise, I pretty much always go the same build. Of course, it's going to differ a little bit depending on if you're facing tanks, if you're facing squishies, but my first three items are always the same. You always want to go boots first. Always. You go your boots, and then you end up going into Immortal Shield Bow, because you want that survivability. After Shield Bow, you go the Navari Quick Blades. So this is where people always differ between IE and Navari Quick Blades. And the main argument for that is IE gives you more damage, yes, because when you crit, you do that extra damage. But what I love about Navari Quick Blades is the whole thing about being able to get your cooldowns back faster. Now, for the other half of the build, this one kind of depends on if you're facing squishies or facing tanks. So if you're facing any tanks, what you'll go is you'll go the Lord Doms. You'll go lower Doms just to be able to do more damage to them, take them out. And then usually, depending on how I'm feeling, if I'm feeling like I'm doing alright surviving and not getting blown up too much, I'll go Bloodthirster and then into GA. If I feel like people are trying to blow me up more, then I'll swap that and I'll go GA into Bloodthirsters. This is usually my build if I'm facing, tanks. I have a Malphite or Orin, and I'm playing front to back, and I can't really take them out like as fast. Now, if we're facing squishies, the build differs just a little bit. So what we do against squishies is usually I'll go Hurricane 4, and then from Hurricane, it's pretty much the same thing. Now, if I feel like I'm getting blown up or I'm having a rough time, I'll go GA into Bloodthirster. And if I feel like it's the other way around, if I just need more lifesteal and survive like in these team fights because I'm just barely dying, I'll go Bloodthirster into GA. Alright, this is probably the one thing that you want to master first, and this is the whole Q auto Q. It takes a little bit of time to just get ready with your clicks. But once you master it, that's when you're getting your most damage. As you can see, I'm Q auto Q, Q auto. You always want to try to shoot an auto attack in between your Qs. You get so much more damage. I mean, yes, look, last hit, 17 damage. But, I mean, once it stacks up, but it's just all about that little bit of extra damage that can make the difference, rather than just relying on your Q. Q auto Q, Q auto Q. That's just what you always want to get used to. And as you can see, because of the Navari Quick Blades, I'm getting dash back up super fast. Look at that, that one took off 4 seconds, Dash, boom. Alright, one big trick, probably one of the first tricks that took me a while to master, is the whole sliding through a wall and using your W. So this is one of the big tricks that I don't know if a lot of people use or don't know how to utilize it very well. So what happens is when you press E through your wall, you can still W through. As you can see, you can W wherever you click from. That's your starting point. So let's say I want to attack this one right here, so I can E through, wait, boom, W through, and we're attacking it. So you just got to make sure it's wherever you press W or you're casting. So it's not, there's no time delay when you're pressing your E through the wall of like, oh, I'm pressing it early, so it's going to come through there. Nope, as soon as you press it, that's where it's going to go off to. So you kind of want to hold this till like the last second, boom, then you pop it. You hold it, hold it. So that's the first trick that it takes a while to get used to. I would just do what I'm doing right now in the practice tool. I would practice just going in, sliding through the wall. Okay, I hit that one too early. I want to wait a little bit. Alright, sliding, sliding, boom. If you hit it too early, you make those mistakes like watch this. So you hit it too early, you see how I can only hit that one, but if you hold it till like the last possible second, boom, you hit both of them. It's just that big little bit of time difference, the extra half a second of waiting, that allows you to hit 2 of the dummies instead of 1. Now, one of the main questions I got asked was, do you play Zeri front to back? Do you try to dive the back line? Like, what is the goal of her? And it's always a hard question to answer because each game's a little bit different, but most of the time,
I stood up for my
I'll show
community.
you that
I
it's
always
fine to
stand
play
up for
front to
others
back.
too.
Most of the time, I play front to back, and that's all because of just how your R sets up the lightning crash. You know, it sets up everything else. So I'll show you why playing front to back's just fine. So let's say you have a team fight going. Let me get more practice dummies. Like, so let's say everyone's just fighting, right? Boom. Let's just say everyone's marked up 1-1 right now. Big team fight's going on right now. And here you coming dashing right on in. So, boom, you R right away. And as you can see, as you R, you're queuing this person. It's hitting everyone else. So, I mean, if you think about old static shiv, that's what it is. So, you don't have to worry about having, okay, this is their carry. I have to make a play on their carry. You don't really have to worry too much because you have what's going on up here. You're going to be able to hit that carry from that backside while they're being, you know, held up. So these are just some very, very basic tips right now to start off. Just things to think about, things to learn. If you guys like the video, I could definitely go more in depth about it and show off more things here and there. But for right now, I think this is a great starting point for new people that want to, you know, learn her, main her, just some things to work on, things that like you don't necessarily think about right off the bat. Just this little stuff to improve your gameplay and make her feel more fluent, more better. Um, and like I said, this is my first time making it, so I apologize if it's clunky, if it doesn't sound right, or if it's just flat out bad. If you guys like it, if you guys want more in-depth stuff, let me know, and I'll do my best to keep working on this and make more Zeri content, make it, you know, hopefully more fluent and feel better and actually help you guys out. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you being here. And like I said, just let me know. Comment, like, whatever it is. Thank you.